Okay, it is Leo season, and everybody knows that Leo season is the coolest season because Leos are the coolest. But I want to take a peek and see what Leo season is bringing us. Sheffield 6. That's our random word and number. Okay, root card Queen of Swords. Now, the way that I was sort of envisioning this reading is the root card would basically represent us. And then whatever came after that was going to represent the energy that's kind of raining down upon us, right? So right away, this looks good because so the Queen of Swords, this representing the people, you know. So this is us walking around on Earth. Now, the Queen of Swords tends to be filled with anxiety. She's very busy in her mind. She tends to be kind of lonely. She can be kind of cranky too. She tends to take her own inner troubles kind of out on other people. Now, it's very much a mentally active card and also a very mentally receptive card because it's a queen. Now, the Four of Swords showing the energy that's kind of raining down upon us this month. The Four of Swords is mental separation and mental peace. And for a Queen of Swords, that's pretty freaking good, right? So there should be a little bit of a decrease in the anxiety, and there is opportunity for mental separation and mental peace. Let's just sort of see what else comes around this. And this isn't really going to be a before or after. Um, it's just throwing a few more dimensions into the energy of the four. Wow. So the Queen of Wands would show if this is other people, it's people that we find very attractive and very charming. If this is showing this energy for us, then the Queen of Wands would be that sort of recognition, like other people looking at us and thinking that we're very attractive and charming and like creative and unique. So, this is also pretty good, right? And if you feel like you really need this sort of um, if you need other people to see this part of you, this month is a good month for that. That also does make sense with Leo. And we also get an Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands, here's this message coming in, right? And the message is coming in just as this impulsive sort of action is taken. The action isn't really impulsive, it's very much planned, but it just happens quick. You know, it's like all of the energy has grown over a long period of time, and it's like, okay, now I finally get to harvest all of this after growing it for so long. Um, so this would, I mean, I'm assuming that if people have been waiting to hear about something that would happen, and it would sort of um, liberate us in order so we could actually pull the trigger on the plans that we had or be able to harvest this energy that we've been growing for so long. So, overall, this looks really, really good. Now, I'm going to pull a card to see about, a snafu. Let's see if there's like a bear trap along the way or something that we should try to avoid the disharmony. We get the Judgment card. Now there's one more in my hand that seems to want to come out. We get the Strength card. All right. Okay. So I just did a reading about solar flares. The solar flares that I guess started happening pretty close to the beginning of Leo season, but the Judgment card was the main card in that reading. So this would be a judgment on our strength, a judgment on our endurance, and maybe being able to take on a task and just hold on and like keep fighting and to complete it or something like that. And here, the judgment card, as far as a snafu, this thing didn't turn up reversed. It's right side up, so theoretically the judgment shouldn't be too harsh, but there are regrets in here and sort of a feeling of helplessness and being thrown at the will of somebody else. Um, as far as this goes, don't worry too much about negative judgments. And combined with the strength card, it would probably be a judgment saying that we weren't strong enough. Both of these are upright, though. Um, so it looks like it isn't actually that bad, more of something that would kind of fuck us up a little bit or make us feel bad about ourselves. But it looks like overall, um, we didn't fuck up that bad, you know? So that's what we get here for Leo season. Um, I'm just going to pull a card for like global turmoil because that seems like it would be proper. This is more of like a human on Earth sort of level, but let's look at kind of a global sort of chaos level. And these two, all right, so they're both emotional cards, they're both cups cards, but this is about kind of being trapped and sad and whatever. And the Seven of Cups is creative energy. So, as far as global turmoil goes, this looks like, for one, it would kind of at least slow down to the point where there could be stagnation, you know, but the Seven would be plotting further chaos. So, this doesn't look like massive global eruptions of chaos. It looks more like planning um, of future massive global eruptions of chaos. So, overall, it looks like there is some peace to be gained here and sort of things kind of calming down a little bit and either becoming the beautiful woman in the room, right? You know, all the heads turn and they're like, oh my God, you know, either becoming this or this sort of energy coming in to our lives, which seems pretty good. And then finally getting these messages we've been waiting for, allowing us to move forward quickly. And that seems pretty good if we manage to get a little bit of mental peace in there before the roller coaster starts again. If you have any comments or questions on this, feel free to let me know. And that's what we have for now. Peace.